acting like really strange. And I have not tested a DualShock 4 with this game. Because if you didn't know, you can use DualShock 4. Oh, god damn it. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. It's part 2 of Jack 2. And we're at the pumping station, and oh, look at all these little metal heads. They're so adorable. We don't have a gun. I just took damage, and hopefully I don't die, which I probably won't. There's a few precursor orbs here. A really quick one is actually all the way over here in this little pipe. Oh, oopsie daisy. Leaped over a little too quickly now. Hey, what are you guys doing? How you all been? What are you guys up to? Let me know. Let me know right now what you're doing. Actually, no, don't do that. That's stupid because you're watching this clearly. So, unless you're multitasking. So, if you're only watching this, then don't tell me. But if you're watching this and doing something else, then tell me. So, realistically, what I really want you to do is tell me what you're gonna be doing today. What are your plans? Are you going out or something? What are you going to do? I'll tell you what I did last week. I went to Six Flags Darien Lake. If you don't know what that is, it's it's an amusement park or whatever. This is me assuming that I have viewers that are not fucking in a location that would be near Six Flags Darien Lake. You gotta be courteous, everybody. You gotta understand the internet is a big place. All right, people are not just aware of the things that you live around. That's actually one thing that really annoys me about YouTubers is people that talk in the context of like, oh, how do you not know what this is? They just talk in a way where they say, oh, I went to my local so-and-so, which is actually just a local chain that's famous for like being local, what have you. But that shit annoys me because if you're a fucking big YouTuber, clearly you have people that are watching from all over the world, so no one's gonna fucking understand what you say. So you always have to like be a little humble in the respect of, oh, I went to this place so-and-so, and then have like a quick explanation, like, oh, this is what it is, and this is what they do, this is what they sell, or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Just one of my little critiques of other YouTubers. Or if you're planning on doing YouTube, that's a nice little thing you gotta keep in mind. Always be aware that you are not the center of the universe. Anyway, I went to a Six Flags Darien Lake, which is an amusement park. And I had a fucking awesome time. The past few weeks, I have been super, super busy. I've been working a lot. I've been trying to really focus on this channel and do some more stuff, which is awesome because it's been really, channel's been doing a lot better, which is great. I got no problems with that at all. But in turn, I have not had a whole lot of free time, and honestly, I haven't even been playing any games like at all, which is why I was really looking forward to recording this because it gives me a good excuse to, well, play a fucking video game. The last thing I played as of recording this was actually the Drive Club PlayStation Plus Edition, which I never ended up buying Drive Club because I always wanted to try it myself, and I never got to because the fucking PlayStation Plus Edition took forever to come out, and it finally came out, so I finally got to try that. And people have been asking me for my thoughts on it. It's pretty, absolutely pretty, and I'm sure it's fun to play, but I mean, I played it myself, but what I'm getting at is that I sucked at it. I was told that it was like a little more arcadey. It wasn't totally simulation based, but I completely sucked ass at that game. I couldn't do anything. I was crashing all over the place and whatnot. So it's a pretty game, and I'm sure it plays great for people that are into it. But it's just not for me. Much like the Gran Turismo games, they're just not for me. But the thing is, recently I've been getting into cars a lot too. Like I've been like learning more about cars and how they operate and stuff. And I have become a little bit more of a car enthusiast. Not much of a grammar and English enthusiast, but I have been paying a lot more attention to cars recently. So I've been kind of getting into like enthusiastic driving, and now I'm getting to the point where simulation games are kind of piquing my interest, but only in the respect of that I want to use like a racing wheel, and like a shifter and everything. I want to try out like a really good setup like that. The only problem is a decent rig is like really expensive, or at least like a really good rig to set up where it gets you in that driving sense, right? Like I don't need like 3 big monitors surrounding me in a huge bucket seat or whatever, but I need a decent little setup where it looks good. Hold on, we're gonna do a cutscene right here.
Ah, the valve. Allow me. don't say it. Don't even chuckle. Next time, you turn the valves.
Oh, Dexter, you rambunctious little Otzel. I was about to say Otter for a second. He's an Otzel. Yeah, I want a really good racing rig, but it's gonna run you. It's gonna run me at least like $400 or $500 for at least an ideal one that I want. Like the T-Series wheels and all that shit. Like, not a cheapo Logitech wheel, because I guess from what I've read, those are really cheap. But I don't really know, I guess. That's the thing. I've never really used anything like that. I've only been going off of what I've been seeing. So, if you guys actually are much more inclined and understanding of that and have, like, decent wheels to recommend or rigs that you use and set up, or the things that you like, let me know by all means. I'd be interested to hear. We can go to the Oracle now, I guess. We don't need to, but we don't really have a whole lot of metalhead gems, so we can't do anything with them. That's what you do with them if you come here. Yeah, I want a decent rig, and I really can't afford one.
Greetings, great warrior. I sense there is a dark rage burning within you, and in time, it will destroy you with its madness. Only the last power of the precursors can save you. Destroy my enemies, those creatures you call the metalheads. Bring me 25 of their skull gems, and I will teach you how to control these powers.
I'd rather not waste my dark power. Every time well, not every time, but there's like the first 3 times I played this game, I always pressed L2 right there. And then it's just like, oh, great, I'm just Dark Jack for no reason. Thanks for wasting my Dark Jack. Trying to get a zoomer. I guess we'll just walk all over this boardwalk until we... There we go. Oh, I stole the wrong one. That's yeah, you can get, like, wanted. But there's, like, no concise way to get rid of the Crimson Guards. You just kind of have to drive around and get away from them. Okay. Or just do that, I guess. Give me that zoomer, thank you. Yeah, I really sucked at Drive Club, and I'm not... Here's the thing about the whole racing wheel idea. I don't know if that's going to make me enjoy the games anymore. This is just something I really want to try. So it's like, not only is a good racing wheel and everything and a good setup going to be super expensive, but it's like, I might invest all this money and I still would probably suck at the games and not enjoy them that much or whatever. Or, I don't know. What I want out of the racing wheels is I want that genuine feel of driving a car. Like, and that's apparently what you're supposed to get, right? That's the whole point of buying a racing wheel, and that's the whole point of playing a racing simulator game. And it doesn't have to be Drive Club. Like, I would get, like, Gran Turismo 6 or something, just to try it and really get into it. I really want to try and get into a racing simulator, but if I want, you know, I want to do it right. So, it's just really tough for me to try and make that investment. But I don't know. I don't have anybody that has a racing wheel either, so I really can't test it or anything. And I used to have a Logitech one for like the PlayStation 2 years ago, and I hated it. But that's probably because I was super young and didn't give a shit, and I wasn't that into car games. So I want to try it. I want to try it this time.
The slum's water is back on. I'd love to see the heads roll when the Baron finds out.
Yeah, I'm sure he's losing lots of sleep over this armpit of the city. We've done what you've asked. Now when do we see the shadow?
When I say so. If I say so. But before I even think about it, I want you to take care of an ammo dump we've ID'd in the fortress. Lots of Crimson Guards, constant patrols. We know it's vulnerable, and the underground needs you to blow up all the ammo you find inside. Get all of it, and we'll deal a body blow to the Baron.
You're sending us in, tough guy. So what's with this wheel dealer body blow stuff?
That's fine. I want the Baron to know that it's me who's hurting him.
I always like during that scene where right at the end Jack looks like directly at the camera. like what is that about? I want the Baron to know that it's me that's hurting him. I love Jack's voice too, man. I fucking love it. One of my other many issues I have with The Lost Frontier is the new voice talent. Like, you know, it's fine. I mean, well, it's not fine. I don't like it, but I understand why these things happen. I'm not getting super uptight about it, but it's like I do miss the original voice actor. I want the original voice talent for anything. It doesn't have to be specific to Jak and Dexter. Like, if I'm playing sequels and everything, I want the original voice talent to be present and everything. Are they still going to follow me in here? No, they're not going to come in here, but it just says that I'm wanted. Okay. Oh, there they go. Now they're gone. This, actually, when I start, this whole, like, level's about to get crazy in a second, so I probably shouldn't talk for a second, because this gets really tough. This robot's going to follow me, and the camera's going to be fixed, like God of War style.
Unauthorized use of fortress.
Here we go.
Activating security tag.
This part's really tricky because of this fucking camera thing. Well, it's not even the camera, but it's, yeah, there you go. And I only have one thing anyway. I can only take one hit. You really got to kind of trick this, the aiming of this tank here. You got to basically be in a certain area and then get the hell out of the way, basically. So you got to lure where it's going to aim and then make it stop somewhere. But doing what I'm doing right now, the rolling is kind of tricky because, yeah, there I go. I'm down again. Yeah, see, that's I knew this was gonna happen. I don't even need this.
Unauthorized use of fortress door. Activating security tank.
Activating security tank. God damn it. Okay, I just got hit twice in a row. Oh, it's already happening, guys. It's already happening. This is only the third mission, too. Hold on, let's take care of business here. Oh, God. Just as I say we're going to take care of business. Fuck. God damn it. What is up with my DualShock? Man, this controller is really old. For some reason, it's acting like really strange. And I have not tested a DualShock 4 with this game. Because if you didn't know, you can use DualShock 4. Oh, god damn it. If you didn't know, you can use DualShock 4 on a PlayStation 3. You just gotta connect it via the cord, the USB cord. Which I believe you can also make. You can make it wireless now too. Have not tried it though. DualShock 4 probably would be better, but I don't mind playing DualShock 3. I have no problems with the DualShock 3 or the DualShock 2 for that matter. That's the thing. People bitch about the DualShock, but it's like I've been playing with the DualShock for fucking 20 years now, and it's never been a problem. I don't know why people complain about the DualShock controller when this is like a controller that's been around for seriously like the longest time ever. I mean, I understand like the comparison of like, you know, when Microsoft stepped in with 360 controller, and it's like, yeah, they clearly made a better controller. That's understandable, but that doesn't diminish the fact that the PlayStation controller is still perfectly a viable controller that can be played. God damn it. Ah, I'm just walking right into it. Fucking hell. I said that like a British person. Here we go. Okay, that took a few times, but he still can get me from up here. Because that's why. And we gotta break these things up here. Good news is I get 1 health. Yay! Alright. Although I will say, the 6-axis, I'll never get over it. That was like a thing where I would have friends come over that like didn't have a PlayStation 3, and they would play it, and they would pick up the controller, and they go, "Why is it so light?" And I'm like, "Well, because there's no rumble in it." So that like the rumbles, the rumbly, what do you even call it? The I know what they look like. There's these like little spindles that move really quickly, and or these like little like 3D triangles in the controller that'll just like spin continuously until they provide obviously a vibration force feedback to the player. And I would just be like, yeah, there's one of those in there. That's why the controller's so light. And then they would buy PS3s, and they would get used to 6-axes, and then I bought my own DualShock 3s because like these were more casual friends that didn't like jump right off the fact of like, ooh, like Rumble's back, I better get a DualShock 3. Like they didn't do that, so they just stuck with their 6-axis is, and they would still come over and then they'd be like, whoa, this controller's super heavy. I'd be like, yeah, Rumble's back. Oh, no way, blah, 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 all that. I mean, now here's the thing. I'll understand, the whole thing is that the build quality of the DualShock 3, or the 6-axis for that matter, is quite poor, and that's only because you do have other controllers come in to show you, that I just hit the pop filter, that other controllers, like when Microsoft came in with the 360 controller, or Sony came in with a fucking DualShock 4. Like it's just like Apple. It's Apple and apples and potatoes at that point. Like it's a huge difference. I could have said apple and oranges, but I said apple and potatoes because I wanted to be different. And that's pretty different itself. You have a DualShock 4 come in, it's like, oh my god, this controller feels so much better, and then you pick up DualShock 3, and you do understandably think like, oh, this controller's ass now. But it's not ass, it's just that it makes it feel so much well, yeah, worse in comparison, so to speak. But the point is, I still like using a DualShock, a previous DualShock 1 through 3 controller, because it's like something I'm so used to playing on at this point. Like, it's just second nature to me.
Through city checkpoints.
Shh.
These barrels are the latest shipment of Eco. The Baron says take them and get out.
Metalheads in the city? Why are the guards giving them Eco?
Okay, every time a cutscene starts, I like turn the TV volume up so I can listen, and then there's a short period where you can even hear my remote falling down because I'm turning the volume back down because I don't want it to come up into the background audio. Yay! Okay. Yeah, it's a major cutscene of the game right there. The Baron Praxis is providing eco to the metalheads, and he's more or less doing this because he wants to keep the city away from understanding that he's kind of a shithead and that he's a bad person that is kind of ruining the city and governing it in a poor way. So that's basically his plan. We'll find out more about this later on. I gotta make this tank shoot these things, basically.
Missile systems at critical overload. Failsafe not responding.
Oh, come on. Really? You didn't shoot this one? Really, though? What am I just talking about?
Danger.
Crap.
Detonation imminent. Evacuating.
Keep hitting the pop filter. Waiting for some Terminator type shit.
This place has too much excitement. We need to move back to the country.
We need to move back to the country. So good. Good stuff. I'm going to be repeating a lot of Dexter quotes because why not? Why not, right? If you're gonna play Jack and Dexter, you gotta repeat some quotes from Dexter. Dexter's funny, all right? He should do stand-up. The voice actor who played Dexter probably should have just took that character and ran with it. I'm just now realizing that I've segued off of like a billion different topics that I wanted to talk more about. Hold on.
The demolition duo has returned. One barbecued ammo dump served up hot.
We saw something odd while torching that ammo. The Baron's guards were giving barrels filled with eco to a group of metalheads.
Really? The Shadow will be very interested to hear that.
You know, so far, your gigs have been easier than stealing grass from a sleeping yakko.
You and the rodent want to start proving yourselves? One of our suppliers needs his payment delivered. A bag of eco ore. Take the Zoomer parked out back and drive it to the Hip Hog Heaven Saloon in Southtown. Ask for Krew. He'll be there. And don't let the Baron's patrols stop you. By the way, when you get there, pump Krew for information. He's wired into the city and may know what the Baron is up to.
You can count on us.
Are you still here?
We are about to deliver some eco to one fat motherfucker, and that is not an understatement. You'll see in a second. Yeah, what I wanted to get to actually at the start of this damn Let's Play was that I went. Remember, I was like, oh yeah, I went to Darien Lake, and I never ended up talking more about that. Which is, yeah, that's what I did. I went to Darien Lake, and it was a lot of fun. I don't go to amusement parks often. I'm actually not much of a. I keep forgetting that this wall goes away, and I always miss that turn. I'm not much of an amusement park person. I'm not much of a rides person. Like the big rides, like roller coasters and shit. Like, I'm not really into that stuff. So that's probably why I don't go that often. But this year we went. Me and my friends had this plan of like, okay, we'll go during like July 4th, right? So I had to request the time off of work like super far ahead of time to finally get it off, and I actually did get it off, which is awesome because it's like a really busy period for my job. Which I know people are gonna ask what I do. I can't really get into that, but I did get it off, which is awesome. So we went on 4th of July, and I was told that it wasn't going to be that busy on July 4th. Apparently, my buddies said that they do this every year. They go to Darien Lake on the 4th, and then it's not that busy. And there was still like a shitload of people there, but I guess in comparison, I guess I wouldn't know by comparison on like a regular other Saturday during the summer. I guess it would be a lot busier. But they said there was a shitload of people, but they still said like, oh yeah, the lines are pretty short. And what we did was the water park. The water park was really fun. That's something I'll totally get on board with. I'm not much of like, I won't go in the big roller coasters and anything. I'm kind of a pussy with that. But the water park was dope as shit. And we're about to finish this mission, so we'll watch this cutscene.
Let me handle this, Jack. Watch my finesse and style.
Don't forget to ask
Everything's
about...
cool. Nobody panic. Hey, big guy. You Krew? Well, we shook the heat, and your shipment's in primo condition.
That's good, eh? Because a cargo of rare eco ore is worth more than 10 of your lives. And of course, I'd be forced to collect slowly. The underground will take anyone with a pulse these days. And what we have here, the Shadow's mascot of the month. Ooh, soft. Zig, this fur would go well with my silk suits, eh?
Listen, tons of fun. Anyone can see that you, and I have the real juice in this burg. We're both players, right? We're both looking for a piece of the action, right? I think we can do business, right?
We did you a favor. Now it's your turn. Why is the Baron giving eco to metalheads?
Questions like that could get a person killed, eh? Zig, be El Capitan here and his friend, bonus. If you want to see what that baby can do, try the gun course outside. Show me some skill with that hardware, and I'll hire you for a job or two, eh?
Alright, we got the scatter gun. Well, really, we got the morph gun. And the first mod of the morph gun that you get is the scatter gun, which is basically like a cool-looking futuristic shotgun. Try to get a zoomer here. There we go. It's really cool. So we're gonna do the gun course. That's another thing for precursor orbs is the gun course. You got to beat the highest. You got to reach like the gold levels on the gun courses to get all the precursor orbs there. There's some hoverboard challenges at the stadium that you got to do that are points based. That's actually really tough to get like the highest rank there. Gotta make sure I get through this tutorial first before we get in there. Yeah, I got it, Sig. Damn, let me do this shit already. I gotta hit. Oh, okay. Oh, alright. Now I'm like listening to Sig, I don't even know why. Yeah, this is the gun course. You're gonna have like fake people come out. Don't do that. Yellow ones are worth a lot more. Try and get them real quick. Hit these guys twice. Oh, I almost killed that guy. Gotta manage the ammo best. Gotta manage the range of the scatter gun really well, so you can hit like multiple targets with one like little blast. That's like kind of the advantage of the scatter gun, is that it's like it has this like really big like long distance sort of thing. Also not a bad idea to slam into dudes like this. If you can't reach it, if you're not reloading quick enough or something. But also the yellow I'm trying so hard to pay attention. The yellow metalheads that have bonus points only come up if you can shoot enough targets quick enough. Like if you hit enough of the targets fast enough and all that shit, like then like more yellow ones will pop out and stuff. It's kind of based on that. See, I'm missing all this shit right now. But the goal's super low. It's not even close to the bronze level, actually. There you go. Bronze is 8,000. Yeah, it's like not even close, like I said. It's just super low, so you can kind of get this over with, and then you can start the next mission. Yeah, we did the water park, and that was a lot of fun. I don't know. It's called the Tornado, I think. It's this big ass like funnel ride where you get on this like big inflatable tube with like 4 other people, and that's who we went. It was 4 of us in total. So we went on that thing, and that thing was fucking fun as shit, man. I feel like a 4-year-old explaining how awesome the water park is the first time I've ever gone. Which it technically is. It's the first time I ever went to the Darien Lake water park, and it was a lot of fun, man. I had a great time. Makes me realize that, you know, when you're young, but it doesn't even have to be when you're young. Just enjoy the fruits of life, right? Don't overwork yourself. I work a lot. And that's understandable. We all have to work. We all have to pay our dues. We all have to pay our bills. We all have to feed ourselves and whatnot. But it's just something to always keep in the back of your mind, which is enjoy life. Go out and do things. Don't be a nobody and just sit at home all day. Like, try and get out every once in a while. And that's what was really awesome about going to Darien Lake. Was, even though it was like a one-time thing where I just went for the first time in like how many years, because I remember the last time I went to Darien Lake was when I was like, I don't know, like 16 or something. Like, just go out and do fun stuff, you know? If I'm preaching one thing, if you're taking anything away from this, it's to take that away.
Excellent shooting, Jack. Never thought about being a wastelander?
Can't say that I have.
Wastelanders find items from the outside the city walls, eh? Any artifact or weapon worth having comes through my hands. Work for me and I'll throw some of the sweeter items your way.
Kill metalheads? Get toys? Sounds good to me.
Slow down, Jack and a fat man. You two had better run that by me again, because there's no way I'm going outside the city to face more metalheads.
Sig will show you the ropes.
So you want to be wastelanders, huh, doughboys? Well, we'll see what you're made of when we get out in the thick. Krew wants some new trophies to put butts in chairs at the Hip Hog, so I'm gonna bag him 5 nasty metalheads at the pumping station. Don't wet your fur, Chili Pepper, because we're rolling with the Peacemaker.
Woo! I need one of those. Where'd you get it?
Don't ask. Sig needs someone to watch his back while he tracks the metalheads, eh?
We'll meet at the pumping station. Listen, cherries, don't you leave me dangling in the wind out there.
Let's do it.
Oh, guys, I don't want to do this to you. I really don't. You've just all been such good spankies. But I have to stop this episode of Jak 2. So I'll see you all in part 3 of Jak 2. That's actually what comes next. 3 comes after 2. Don't get it confused. This is Jak 2 the game, but part 3 of Jak 2 is next. I know it's very confusing and everything, but you'll pick up on it. Math is simple. See you, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.